Hello guys, welcome to Master P Fashion World. My name is Arnold Peter, also known as Master P. I'm going to be teaching you today how to make a face cap. Face cap is mostly used by male and female all over the world. So I'm going to be teaching you how to make it, and you can easily customize it to your type. And one of the face cap that I easily get, that I can easily that is I get around is this. So I'm going to be showing you, it's a sample. This is what we are going to do. We are going to be sewing this. So at the end of the class, if you follow the procedures, I bet you are going to learn and be doing it perfectly well. Join me on the table as we do the mathematical aspect of it. Thank you. Before going to the table, let's take the head circumference. So I'm going to be using my head now to take the circumference. So I want the cap to balance. What we are going to do, the basic cap I'm going to teach you is not going to carry this. But if you know how to do that, you can easily put this. This a minor thing to put. But we're not going to fix it for now. But once you learn what I'm teaching you, you're going to fix it. So there's need for actual head circumference. That's what we are going to get now. Using our tape, measure the head where you want the cap to position. Okay, here. And this is what? This is 23. I'm getting 23 over here. So I want to go to the table and do the mathematical aspect of it. Join me. Now we are going to divide this cap into 6 pieces. That is, the pieces of the cap is going to be 6 pieces, and this is the shape we are going to divide it into. Something like a cone shape, like this. This is the size we are going to divide it. Now there are going to be 6 in all. Then the head circumference is 23. Using your calculator, if you divide 23 by 6, you will be having 3.8. You'll be having 3.8. Now one of these, I told you, is going to be 6. So one of these from here to here will be 3.8 after sewing. So that is what we are going to do it. 3.8 after sewing. So from our calculation here, 23 divided by 6 is 3.8. So I want to start with 1. I want to cut one of this. This is how you cut it. You fold your material into 2. Then this is 3.8. This is 3.5, 3.7, then 3.75. So here, in between this is the 3.8. 3.8 into 2. You divide it into 2. Here is it. So you drop it. We are not going to add any allowance now. You drop it, mark, and sew. Then the height of the cap, the height from here up here is going to be 6 inches. 6 inches. So you drop it, mark 6 inches. So you make a square measurement. This is 6 inches. A rectangular measurement of this 3.8 that you divided now. So you mark this throughout here and draw a straight line. This is the outcome. You draw the line, you make a square measurement. Remember, it's unfold, and you are joining it from where you are folding. Where you fold is where you start marking, not the other side. So after marking it, you are going to measure 3.5. 3.5. You can measure it and draw a line, a straight line. Then you take this to the angle. From the 3.5, you take it to the angle up there. So here is it. Then remember what we are using, we are looking for a shape of this. So we correct this pointing edge, freehand, make it curve. Don't curve it too much and don't allow it to point too much, and then you cut. So here is it. Now you are going to cut 6 of this. Before I continue, this is the material we are going to use. Is jeans material. We are going to use it for the cap. To avoid wasting of your pattern bar or stay or anything you are using to cut out the pattern, place it on the material you are going to use, that is the dye fabric, and sewing allowance. You see the space here is the sewing allowance, is quarter, about a quarter inch. So you give the sewing allowance, round it, then cut. You cut about 6 of it. As I earlier told you that you should cut 6 of this, but here we are having 4 of it. Why? The 2 parts that will be at the front, this is NYSC cap. As I earlier told you, that is a cap close to me when making the video. This NYSC, the front of this, like other cap, the front of it don't usually have joining like the side. You don't have joining. So the front of it is together. Now we have cut 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the remaining 2, we are going to cut them to be together like this. Only up here that we have a cut. So you fold your material into 2, carry this, place on it. You place on it. Now you are only going to give allowance by the side here. Then cut this like this. You're not going to cut it over this other side that is unfold. So I'm going to do that now. So you can look at it. There it is. 2 of it together. This 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now let's go to machine and start joining it. Now we are going to cut the shape of this. So for easy guide, I'm going to teach you how to please get an already made cap. You place and cut the shape of it. So you place it like this and use big pencil or marker, trace it round. You open it and trace it as well. So we have traced it. Now you cut it. Here is it. So now we are going to use it to place on the material, the, how should I call it, the thing inside this cap that make it to be stand and sometimes bend, is called Mako. You get it at anywhere they are selling shoemaking material. You ask them of Mako and they will give it to you. You select the size you want. So we are going to use this to place on the Mako, then cut out the shape as well, place on material, add the sewing allowance. So you place this one on it and then you cut it round on this shape. You can trace it for easy cutting. We have cut our Mako to the size of this, and now we place it on the fabric we are using, cut and give allowance as we done on the other one. We have cut it. Here is the size. You can use another one to be inside. It's matter of choice, depend on how you want it to be. We are going to gum this like this, the whole of this from here down. Let us say 3/4 inch away from this V curve. I want to gum it with stiff gum. This is not what they call it, gum stay. This is not gum stay. It's stiff gum. They use it on shirt, the collar of shirt. So it's the gum that we're using. We're going to cut it and gum it here. So you have finished the gumming. Now you can see that I also gum this upper part. You use cloth gum and gum this upper part, light cloth gum and gum upper part. Down here is stiff gum. They use it on collar, shirt collar. As a fashion designer, I'm trying to customize it to my name. So this is the design. You can do it to your own taste. Then you carry these ones and start joining them round. Remember the sewing allowance we added was 1/4 inch, so don't sew more than the 1/4. Okay. You do like that till it goes round. Focus. As you can see, it's forming. So the last one now, you sew it all through. You can see it, two here, two here. The last one now, you sew it all through to this point. So while doing it, if you want to cross on this, make sure you open it, because we're going to the table to iron it. Since we're crossing on them, make sure you open it. You have to be very careful at this point. So you turn it. You can see it. Let's go to the table and iron it so that it will form very well. So you can use a ball and iron it very well. Make sure that you press open it round. So you after ironing it, you check the formation if it's okay for you. So you can see it on my head and it's okay by me. So I'll go ahead and pipe the inside with bias. As you press open it, you use bias, cover it, and then you top stitch from outside. to the middle of the cap, then the second side of it we toast it as well. This is it. So you do it round. This is the inside of it. You should have something like this. You can see the top stitching. If you feel that sewing from outside is difficult for you, you can as well try sewing from inside. You still have the same result provided you are careful. While putting the last one, you have to cross it on all of it, so that it will be neat from inside. Don't cut it and cut this one. So just cross it, open it, and continue your sewing. This is the inside part of it. You can see it's neat. Do away with all thread to have a nice finishing. So you can see the inner part of it. This place is not piped. You are only going to press open it, and then it will relax. Let's turn and see how it's going to be. See our cap. Now it's remaining to put the facing at the front here. Remember this, we only added 1/4 inch by the size of it, so we are sewing 1/4 round, not round, this way, and then we'll leave this place open. That's where we fix the marco. So look at it. There's no need to notch, just turn it, and then we fix this one inside. You can see that I fix it. Now I use pin to hold it so that it will balance. Then I'll use machine and then hold it round like this. So let me run a thread like this. Guys, if you want to, okay, let's leave it. Let me hold it here. So there are different designs you can give to your cap. You have to be very careful at this point. It's a bit complicated. Whatsoever you do here will determine how good your or how bad your cap will look like. Okay, we have this. Let's trim the excess. Thank God you get it. And remove your pin. You give like 0.75 away, and then you mark it round to run thread. You can use chalk as a guide, just as I'm doing. Then you run the thread. Make sure that the size of needle you are using to sew is the big size, so that you won't end up breaking your needle. You run it like 3 times. you have to be careful so that you can see. Here is it. Now let's fix it on it. Make a middle notch, bring it together, trim it to be equal first of all. Then secondly, you make a middle notch here, and then on the cap the same thing, you bring it together and make a needle notch here. So you start putting it like this from this middle notch, this side, and then you go to the other side. Let's start from this side. This side too, it calls for carefulness. You have to be very careful. We are through with that. The second side, the same thing. Okay, we are done. We're having our cap here. You can see that this place is too rough. What are we going to do to it? Because it's round cap, there's no opening at the back. We are going to put elastic inside so that it will be a bit free and tight on the head. We cut an elastic. The head measurement is 23, so you minus 1 inch from 23, which is 22. You bring it together, you join. Let's join it like this. And then you fix it on the cap. Let's start from this side. Allow this joint part to be at the back, so I'm going to start like this. Just take note that after joining, we want this joining to be inside like this, so you can hold it, press it. Since we are starting somewhere here, then you start like this. You can watch the whole video over again that place so that you know what I've just done. You have to be very much careful because it's stiff. You have to use a bit force to control it, but don't apply much force on it. Just be very careful while putting it. Then you put it round. Remember, this one is like this, and you're dropping the elastic on it. You're not folding it like this, you're dropping it. Let's stop here so that you know what I'm doing. You can see this is the front of it, this is the elastic. So I want to put it like that round. I want to put it like that round from here. Let's do it. Since it's bigger than the cap, you can draw it. You can take this whole size of the cap, then draw it, and then follow it. So we're through with that. So you just make a little notch. Before the notch, let's iron it. You're going to iron it like this so that the elastic will not come out. After the ironing, you have something like this. So at the back part, only the back part, you can see this squeeze here is to make it last. So only the back line, you balance it well, and you make a little notch on this line. The notch is to hold the elastic so that it won't go back, it won't come out. If you feel that this thing is coming out, the elastic is coming out, though this one is not coming out, or you want to run thread on it so that it will be more fanciful and then prevent the elastic from coming out, you still do that. It's not a crime. Meanwhile you are doing it, draw the elastic so that it won't affect it. This is our face cap Master P. Now somebody will be asking, what are we going to do here? We're going to cover up. Either you make button and pin it, you make button cover and pin it, not and just tack it, you pin it. You can see, look at mine, done and dusted. Let me put it, let's see. So as you can see, we are done with our cap and rocking it. You can do it, just follow the video, watch it very well. You can watch it over and over, 2 times, 3 times, and you get yourself doing it. You can use it as a guide when you are doing your when you are doing your own cap. You can see I'm rocking my cap. Just follow the procedure I've given to you. Watch the video over and over again and get yourself doing it. Have a nice day. Bye. That's just it.